Hey, Danielle.
Hey, Kate.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Today we are trying something new. Can you hear me okay?
I
Do
hear
you
you great.
hear an echo? Does anyone hear an echo? Because we're trying something new today. And you know me, I just like to jump on in. We are streaming on Instagram as well today.
So cool.
I know, right? So I tried it out on my Bead Kate Insta just in case it was a big mess. So I didn't want to put it on the Beadshop Insta yet. But it looks like people are over there and looking. I am super excited.
I can see it here too. But when I look this way, it's over there for me, but I look like I'm looking this way.
Right. No, exactly. I think what I'm going to do, because they've changed the background, I'm going to hide there we go. So now it's just us. The vertical broadcast is done. So, oh, good. Christine says she also sees us on Instagram. Anissa, make sure that that you're not running two windows. Two YouTube windows open. Okay, great. And good. Everything's looking good at Instagram. All right. Oh my gosh. They roll out these new, what do I want to say? These new features. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, that's awesome.
I love that you have to try it.
Right. I'm like, I'm just going to jump in and see what happens. So let's see. Let me just double check. We've got some other. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah. Instagram just popped out. It says we're having trouble streaming to Insta. Well, I'll try it next time. All right. Well, that's good to know. We'll keep trying, but I just wanted to try it out. So exciting. We'll keep trying. It's a new feature, but it's probably kind of buggy because they just rolled it out yesterday. All right, Danielle, this project, these GemDuos.
They're so pretty. I love them.
Oh my gosh. So these new GemDuos are all your fault. Right? I mean,
yes. I'm like, I need these. Will you please get them in?
Right. And so Janice did, and Janice, I'm just writing this up here. Janice said, well, we're getting all these new GemDuos in. And I said, what new GemDuos? She goes, it's a brand new finish. So it is called Frozen. And we have 14 colors of the new GemDuos, which I'm super excited about. I have them all here that I'll show you. I love them. You can see we put them all up they're on the homepage. You can click, you can shop them. You can also shop Danielle's project on the homepage. I also put up, it's right there, a QR code that you can scan right to Danielle's project. So yeah, they do. Becky is saying she loves the matte finish. It looks like sea glass. And it really does, doesn't it?
It has that glow to it, just like sea glass. Yeah.
Yeah, I love them. So talk a little bit about the idea about your project, Danielle. What inspired you for this one? I'm going to put up a picture of it.
Yeah, so it was really just the ombre was the first thing I thought of. So when you've got the colors flowing together like that, I just thought because it's a big glow, so glowy beads like that are just going to blend together like you just kind of smudge them with a sponge after painting. It just feels like that to me, like clouds, little ice crystals. And so that was the inspiration for how to use these, but I think the beads were the ones that inspired the idea.
Yeah, they look so good. There's a new, here it is. I'm going to show that.
Oh, there we go.
They're right there. So you actually have 3 colorways that you're going to show. We've got 3. Those are 2 of the 3. You also, you inspired us to get new things. Not only these new frozen GemDuos, but this new clasp, some 4mm druks that I just love. So yeah, it's really great.
I love them. They're so pretty
too. Yeah. And you can see right here on the homepage, you can see we've got those 3 right there. That third one is the red one right there. Oh, it's so nice. Love.
Thank you.
Let's see. So, and Janice just put on there below the project maps on the project page, you can see there's an individual listing, but that listing, Danielle, is also in your handout as well. Yeah, I took it directly from there. So make sure you go to Danielle's project page, which is right up there. You can go to the project. There's a handout where you can download the handout. And then after the broadcast is done, you can also see the how-to broadcast as well. So we've got everything.
That is so cool.
All right. I am going to get my camera up as well. I'll show all of these colors after you do the demo, but do you want to go ahead and jump in?
Yeah.
And let's get started.
All right.
Look at you. Oh, I love. So the druks, so we've got some different things there. We've got the round druk beads that are new, which are those 4mm. That's just an old-fashioned way of saying round bead, like basic round bead. And we're going to be getting some more of these tiny druks in because Janice and I both love them. But Danielle, for this project, could you also use 4mm fire polish?
I think so. So,
do you think?
It possibly would work. I think, you know how some fire polishes, depending on the finish, they're a slightly bigger length this way?
Right. They're a little longer than they are wider.
Yeah, and so the tolerance is here for fitting.
I see.
But there's ways around that. Like you could go down to a 15 instead of an 11 seed bead.
Sure. I was wondering that when I was looking at the project yesterday. But I think the druks are really gorgeous. You could probably use maybe a 6/0 there. What do you think?
Oh yeah, a 6/0 seed bead would work perfectly right here.
Okay, great.
They tend to be about the same height, strung as a druk.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. They're just a little bit more donut.
Right.
That dimension would be this way, so it would just poke out a little more.
Right. Okay. Well, awesome. All right. Well, why don't you lead this through us? I'll get my camera and everything up so we can so I can show everybody the colors. And Danielle, you are getting so many belated birthday wishes. And we'll add our good wishes to that as well.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, it's so great. Well, everyone, it's so great. And just before I forget, at the end of the broadcast, we are going to have a fun little announcement as well. I will. And Danielle, I'll know you'll like to hear this also, but it's going to be kind of fun. We also added, and thank you, Janice, for putting up those stars. The stars are symbols that we also got, and you'll show those at the end as well.
Yep, I've got some empty ones ready. They look like that before you put a setting in them, or a GemDuo in them.
Yeah, they're so cool. All right, well, take it away, my dear friend. Let's do it.
All right. So, the end result looks like this. The halfway point looks like that. And so it's basically worked in herringbone, single column herringbone. So just a nice standard stitch that we all know and love. And then when you get to this spot, we'll add the clasp. And then you work back down to fill in the gaps, which ends up strengthening it substantially.
Oh, very clever.
So it's kind of like a braid. I feel like it looks like a braid. And I've seen this done with Super Duo a lot.
Mm.
And so that was the inspiration for knowing I could do a herringbone type of stitch like with a GemDuo.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked out really, really nice. So I was really happy with how this one came out.
Oh, yeah. So you could switch up that GemDuo for the Super Duo.
Yeah. And if you did that, you just go down to a 3mm bead.
Okay, gotcha. Because this would look great also with the duets, wouldn't it? It would give it yet another dimension.
And that's something I really love about these beads is that you can scale them based Super Duo to GemDuo. The technique and patterns, they tend to work with both beads. Right. You just scale the surrounding beads based on it. Gotcha. So it's so fun, so cool.
Yeah, really nice.
So the colors I have laid out here are the ones for the out in the cold or in from the cold pattern. Sorry if I got that wrong. This one here that has almost like a, I feel like it's got some of a summer slushy feeling too.
Yeah, definitely.
So pretty. So that's the colorway I have out here. And there's really no reason you can't change up these combinations, but the way that I did it was I took 5 colors and I ombre'd up and then back down, kind of like up the mountain, down the mountain. And so you would go and then you would just repeat back and just keep doing that until you reach your desired length. But really any colors. And this one only had 4 colors because there's 14 in total. So I had 5 on each of the main. And then this one just had these beautiful ombre of reds. I thought that was so
really pretty. And that's why we did get, and I mentioned this earlier, but we did get all 14 colors in this. And I have a mix of all of the colors that I'll show you folks afterwards. When I took the photo that's on the homepage, I just took all of those beads and I mixed them up together. So we'll talk about the individual colors in a little bit.
Oh, I love that you did a mix. That is so cool.
You know, I can't help it.
Your mixes are the best. I got to snag that November one. I was on there earlier checking out all that cute stuff.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Thank you.
And so the GemDuos, they have, you know, a dome side and a flat side. And so all this whole time, we're just going to work with them dome side up. And that's really the only thing that you have to think about is you want to keep them dome side up. And so in order to do that, you're going to have to like look at the position of the bead to know which hole to go through. But it's really easy and super intuitive. And sometimes it helps just to line them up as you're stringing them. So I know this is the configuration I'm going for, just a herringbone stitch. So we'll start by going through the bottom 2. And you can use a stop bead if you want, but after this next step, you really won't need it because it all holds together really nice. And I did use crystal on my original, but I'm working with smoke right now just so you can really see it brightly. And so you only need about, you know, like 7 inches of tail or so. It's just going to be used to reinforce your clasp. And so you'll have the first two strung like that. And then there's a step up into the second hole of that GemDuo that you'll want to do right away. I'm just going to pull that through. And sometimes to tighten, you can pull the working side and the tail side. And I do that a lot with this design. There's the whole first pass is really loose. And so it's not going to feel as confident. But once you get the pass running back through it, it feels a lot tighter. But so there's that first little step. And then we're just going to want to bring these on in a set of 2 by going through.
And Danielle, you're using 4-pound or 6-pound? I'm sorry.
I think I'm using 6-pound, but 4-pound will be just fine.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I'm bringing those 2 on, and now I'm going to go through the top hole of the other GemDuo from that first row. And really, once you get to this spot, pull to tighten everything, and it'll just pop right in place for you, just like that. I have a step that I like to do here that is only done at the beginning, just to get you started. I go back through it. So from here, I'm exiting from the top hole of that GemDuo. I'll go back through this one. And if you didn't want to do this step, you could just use a stop bead. But I thought this really does tighten up the whole first little, oops, sorry about that. First little section, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went back through both of the bottom holes. And now I'm going to make that same turn again. Go through the top hole of that GemDuo, the next GemDuo bead, the next one here, and then back through the top hole of the first. And so that little thread path is also illustrated in the handout. And I do recommend it because now everything we do from here on, we have a solid foundation that's not going to move around on us. It's going to stay nice and tight. Because that was really the only thing I noticed was it was being a little tricky on me when I was first working with it. Or kind of coming loose, you know, as you're working, which kind of doesn't instill confidence.
Right. And Danielle, you're using a special needle, right? Are you using an 11?
Oh, no, actually, I think it's one of the Beadalon size 10s or something.
Oh, size 10. Okay, gotcha.
But I think any needle is going to be fine here. The tolerances on these beads are all really forgiving.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I will
10
go in and add, I put in, because I wasn't quite sure which one you were using, and we had it listed for the Color Eye needles. And the Color Eye has the size 10, the size 11, and the size 12.
That's perfect. Yeah, I think I chose that one because you could really just use any from that
Right,
pack.
gotcha. Great.
Yeah, and so I think that yeah, any of those needles will be just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the little repeating side embellishment. It's just 11/0, 4 millimeter round, and 11/0. And then from here, we're exiting from the top hole of the bottom GemDuo. So from there, I'm just going to jump up and go to the top hole of the next one. So super easy. And pull to tighten. And you'll get that little side embellishment. It looks like a little tulip. It's really cute.
Yeah, very pretty.
And so now it's time to change color. I did 2 of the original. And forgive me, I have the name here for this one. This one was the pink, hot pink. And this next one I'm going to is the pink and purple mix. So I'm going to pick up 2 of those and go through the top hole of the next one. So just like that. So you'll have that configuration, and then you just need another embellishment. Repeat. Pick up 11/0, druk 11/0, and then step up through the second hole of that top GemDuo.
Nice.
And this is all you got to do. Just repeat that. The only really thing you'll want to pay attention to is when you string them, just noting the position to string them is going to be dome side up, and then just have those pointed in a way that your needle's going through them in a different direction than they were when we were headed this way. So each time you're kind of having to think about it a little differently for how that's going to fit. But here's going to GemDuo. And so pops right in place just like that. And here's our embellishment.
So pretty.
And itself is really pretty. The only thing I would say about it is it's a little too loose to be by itself like that. And so here's the next color. And I'll just pick up speed just a little. But I think it works up pretty quick. Like it's not a long, like it's a day project. You'll get it done.
Right.
And so sometimes you'll find that you might want to tighten on one side and then kind of press it down into the mat like this and pull to keep it all tight if it's starting to loosen up on you. And then there's a little lock stitch we can do if we feel like we need it.
Mm-hmm.
After you add a set of GemDuos, before you add the side embellishment, if you feel like you want to have just one or two places where it's a little tighter, using the crystal thread definitely does not show. You can go back through the bead like that. And this is optional, just if you feel like it's a little easier to work with if it's not moving around. And on my samples, I probably did this every 6 beads or so, every 6 rows. But I don't think you have to. It's just one of those things that can help.
Right. Just kind of to
No,
get
not going
That's
anywhere.
great.
So it comes along really quick, and you can just take that out to your desired length. Just working it just like that.
It's also really pretty. Just with those on the side, you know, it kind of gives it, what do I want to say, like a offset look,
Yeah,
you know,
it is cute.
with just those. But then, you know, when you come back in and do the other, you know, and do the other side.
Yeah, I feel like they're both kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I noticed is that it didn't, you know, it did a little bit. It made it a little shorter when
Uh-huh.
you come back and tighten it up, because this is kind of stretchy right now. I could make it longer or shorter.
Mm-hmm.
There's no stretching. Nice and tight, but you could always just go back through it.
Right, exactly.
And yeah, so does this step feel like something that we've got? I can start to do the next step.
Sure.
Yeah. So what everything in this process looks like is, it's all just, you know, when you get to the spot where it's the best to do something, if it's adding the clasp, for example, that happens here. Then you work back down and the clasp is added at the base. And so everything's done like when you pass that point, right? You get to that spot.
Right.
Saves a little bit of thread adding, but I would say that starting with a little bit longer thread, you may not have to add any. All right, so after you've got it to desired length, you just want to keep repeating what we were doing here. And you'll eventually get something like that. Clasp doesn't add much. The clasp is only, let's see. You're only going to get less than 3/4 of an inch from the clasp. So you want to go pretty much almost the full length of the bracelet. We might try it on and see if it is going to wear comfortably, and knowing that it's going to shrink up just a tiny bit. All right. So from here, you're going to be exiting from one of the top holes of the last set you added. You'll just want to pick up one 11-0 and then go through the clasp and pick up one 11-0 and go through the other GemDuo. So it'll sit like that for you at the top of your design.
Nice.
And from here, we're going to start the first part of embellishing the way back down. And so you'll want to notice that we're going to start to share 11-0s. So we're not going to need to add 11-0s all the way back down. But for this top part, we're missing one. We need one right here. So we've got to remember to grab that 11-0. And I'll grab one of the little druk beads. And then go through the other 11-0. That's right there. And you can continue through the GemDuos as well. So you'll have the top hole of the one that it's right next to. And then the bottom hole of the next one. Sorry, that keeps grabbing my mat there. And so it connected it just like that.
Nice.
And I'm going to reinforce that. Yeah.
And while you're reinforcing that, will the GemDuo clasp, this one, work with the mini GemDuos? Do you know, Danielle?
Looking at how much it tapers, it very well could.
Yeah.
It tapers rather substantially. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And in fact, it was too thin with these guys in a herringbone configuration because it's meant to take the shape of one of these 1-for-1, right?
Right.
I was using it because it's fanned out. I actually needed to add those 11 O's.
Mm-hmm. So it might work.
I think it might.
No harm in trying, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you get discoveries made. I went ahead and went through the bottom hole of the next one, top hole of the one below it. And I'm going to travel through the embellishment here on the side. And kind of like when you're doing some stitches, it benefits to go through the beads one by one just so that they stay kind of where you want them.
Stay in line, yeah.
And so this is our connection with the clasp, and this is our opportunity to do reinforcing passes. So this, I actually did this an additional time after this for my samples. So I went through all of it again. So now I'm just following that existing thread path, go through every single bead. In that spot, I can usually just get through the one. Oops. This last pass is really tight, but you can do it.
I am looking over at your handout, and I will tell you, Danielle, the thread path directions on this are really great. There are a couple of people who are saying, oh, they've had trouble doing this herringbone stitch. But I'll tell you what, your thread path directions are super clear. So folks, if you're having trouble following or you're like worried that, oh my gosh, I won't get it, you will get it.
Oh, thanks. That's a great compliment.
Really great directions for that.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. I think if it helps somebody succeed and enjoy their beadwork, that's the goal.
That is the goal.
So that's my third pass through all those beads. And so now I'm going to go ahead and continue through. So far, I'm still following that same path. And if it helps to just go through one GemDuo, you can. Sometimes I can get through two. Don't force it. There, that's enough of all that reinforcing. It's really tight connection. From here, make sure you go through the 11O that is here on right next to the hole you'll be exiting when you get to that top GemDuo right there. And what we're going to want to do is start adding druks all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
So pick up a druk, go through the next 11O, and from there, you'll go through the GemDuo that's right next to it. And that little thread turn we had from reinforcement, let me get covered up. It's pretty nice. And then you'll just need to weave through the next GemDuos. So all the way through just like that. And when you get here, go through the 11O. And now we just need another druk bead, but I ran out. Let's get this one. Oop, sorry. This uses, for me, it used about 1.5 strands. So you're going to need 2 strands of the druk beads.
Oh, okay. That is good to know. I need to make sure that's correct on the...
Yeah, I just realized I might not have explicitly spelled that out in the...
That's all right. I'm going to add it. If anyone only got 1 strand and you need to add, just shoot us an email and Miranda can add it to your order, okay?
Oh, that's really nice. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry. I will. Let me look. And I will change the quantity. So hang on right here.
Margaret says I am druk.
2 strands. I'm putting 2 strands on for 4 millimeter. There we go. So if anyone, as I say, needs to add that, just let us know. Email us over at info@beadshop.com and Miranda will take care of it.
That's super cool. And so this is, I just strung this one on, and then you want to go through the 11-0. And this is pretty much straight on till morning. You just keep doing the same thing. The weaving around is actually kind of fun. In this case, some weaving around is not as pleasant as this. It's actually kind of cool.
Right. It looks great.
Thank you. Hopefully that's not too loud. I've got a truck outside. I'm not sure what they're doing there.
Oh, well, there's always something.
When I first sat down, the leaf blowers had started outside.
Right. Yeah. Leaf blower time. Yeah. Yard work time. Yeah.
They're like, quick, I think she's going live today. Let's do the leaf blower.
Yeah. Let's blow the leaves real loud.
I said that to my son, and he's like, Mom, you have main character syndrome.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, he's not wrong.
Okay, young man.
I know, right?
There we go. This part is like, you don't even have to think about it. You just can stitch and, watch a show, listen to a podcast. It kind of goes quick too.
Yeah.
And you can see it all tightening up. I think that's the part that I really enjoy about it.
Nice.
So I'm just going to keep going through. It'll only take a minute, and you can show putting on that clasp at the starting side. And this color is so pretty. It's like a mint green.
Yeah, that mint is nice.
I really love it. Also, that etched mercury is so pretty too.
Yeah, really pretty.
One thing I was thinking is also like a 4mm gemstone bead could be so pretty in this kind of stitch, or even
sure. Yeah.
crystal. Like a round crystal would be good. That would add some kind of like, I guess, luxury feeling to it.
A little sparkle.
And even though I'm just super in love with the frozen mats, I was thinking also about metallic look. So I know there's some metallic GemDuo. Like you just make it all look metal,
Yeah, it would be real pretty. I have, we also have a couple of the GemDuo duets. I'm really, we carried the duets and super duos a while back, and I don't think I ever used them enough, really, So I feel like the duets are really awesome for stuff for, stitches like this.
Those would be so pretty in this design.
Yeah, really pretty.
I've forgotten about them. So like when I first started using them recently, I thought they were a brand new bead.
Yeah.
But then I was going through a stash of beads that I had, and I found some in there.
Right? I know. I don't know. They're having their moment, really.
But the stash was from like a while ago. So I was like,
yeah. No, I think it's great. I really like it a
really
lot.
spaced on that.
Very nice.
Well, I'm about halfway through it now. So just a few minutes is all it takes. It's not bad.
Yeah.
The first part takes longer. So making the initial, and I think it's really just because the GemDuos are flipping around on you when you're trying to get them to stay in that little herringbone section.
Right. No, it makes sense. And that's a good, I really like the way that those side beads are really lining up. And I think you're right about that 6 millimeter. If you did want to trade your bead, do a different bead rather than the round 4 mil, you could do a 6 mil with no problem.
Oh yeah, like a 6/0 seed bead would absolutely be beautiful here.
Yeah, it would absolutely work.
And that gives you limitless color option.
Yeah.
Oh, you could even, so cool. You could even match the color of your 11/0 with your 6/0.
Just wait till you see what I got going on here, Danielle. People were wondering what the heck I was doing with all that wrestling. I'll show you folks in a minute.
Oh, I can't wait, because that's going to be, last time you were doing some wrestling, you came up with the coolest earring I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you are funny. You always, I'll tell you, everyone always extols the Danielle Wickes virtue of really being someone who is inspiring. And whenever I am on a show with you, Danielle, I always get inspired by what you're stitching.
Oh,
Well, it's true. They call, as people like to say, you are the Taylor Swift of the bead world.
oh, that's so nice.
That Miranda just started giggling over there in the corner. But it is true.
Don't worry, I promise not to sing.
We are in our beading era right now. I'll tell you what.
You're so corny.
Well, I can't help it. It's really true.
It's so awesome.
Well, it's true.
I am
In my beading era.
I am the moment.
Well, I can't help it. It's true. I've also been listening to her new album, which I kind of like. And admittedly, I probably couldn't tell you anything else that Taylor Swift has been singing, but I was all, you know what? I'm going to give this new album a try. And
I still remember when she was like 90s country.
Right. Right.
Never loved you.
But she's pretty awesome. I kind of love her. I think it's because she was wearing that all that flash, her showgirl outfits. Oh my gosh. And I love a rhinestone showgirl outfit.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is so awesome. Not unlike this crazy earring I'm making. While I let the beans
we know it's an earring. Yay.
I spilt the beans a little bit. You're also going to show us how to use that that really cool star finding that I'm also a little obsessed with. I'll tell you.
So
We got them in, and I was like, wait now. It's really a cool one. But you know me, I love to glue. I love the glue-in findings.
they're pretty cool. They're really fun to use too. And they're so just instant gratification, satisfaction, finished.
Yeah. Finished project. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, I'm definitely in my gluing era. I know, Miranda, I know. I can't help it. There we go.
I thought it would be a twilight era.
I know, right? Well, we did have a little bit of Twilight going on because I have never seen Twilight, right? And our Twilight mix we had for October. So Miranda made me watch how many were there? It seemed to go on forever.
Three show movies, right?
How many movies?
Three movies. Oh, was it 4 movies, but 3 books?
5 movies?
Twilight,
Okay, 5 movies.
Oh, there must be a new
extended edition.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so it was. So now now I've watched everything. So
You're all caught up now.
yeah, I'm all caught up. Right. So
I read the books when they came out.
right.
It was the first time I heard of it when I was working in an office at the time, and one of my actually she was one of my interns, and she was like, "Hey, have you heard about the vegan vampires?" And I'm like, "What?" That seems nice.
I love it. Now, Terry, I have watched True Blood. We are big True Blood fans over here. And we're also I was a big fan. I read the books, the Mockingjay books, which I liked.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Hunger Games ones I loved. My mom also wanted to mention, I love that my mom has her little advertisement here. In the Fresno area, my mom has really been working. You know, it's that time of year for my mom's boutique at the Clovis Methodist Church right there. So yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it'll be fun. My mom has been working on a whole bunch of stuff, but she promises to get to some journals and things for us here at Beadshop. So she promises.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really great.
And then Judy's asking Danielle about the project. How many GemDuos does it take to make the bracelet? Would you mind giving that a measure for us?
Sure. So with the clasp, it's going to give you 7.5 right here with what you've got. So it's about, I believe it's 16 repeats of quads. So each of these is a color quad, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. I get it.
13, 14, 15, 16. See, if you do 16 quads, you will get a 7.5-inch bracelet. So it's actually what's on the cover.
Nice. Nice.
And I think this one, because it only had 4 colors, I did a little shorter. And actually, I say that, but it's 7.5, isn't it? I probably just did one less on that one, I think.
Well, yeah, it looks good. Very nice. I like all of those. And yeah, you're going to need the round beads, the druks. You're going to need 2 strands of the 4 mil.
Yeah, and apologies for that. I did say that at the beginning, but you'll be better off with 2 because I used a little over 1.
Right. So I updated that on the project. Yeah, so you will, if you do need to add one, just email us over at info@beadshop. Pardon me, and we will update your order because Miranda's clever like that.
Thank you, Miranda.
Yeah.
For the tubes, I don't think you'll need 2 tubes. You'll just need 2 strands of the druk beads because there's 50 beads per strand, and I used a little more than 50 here.
Oh, gotcha.
Because of the back pass. If it was just 1 pass, you wouldn't need it, but because you're adding all the way down both sides, that's what really consumes the number of those little side beads.
Right.
6/0 seed beads, you could also just, I think it would only use maybe like 4 or 5 grams, maybe 6 grams.
Yeah. No, I like it. And then with the GemDuo, you would just get the number of colors that you wanted to use because 1 tube would work, correct?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have tons of GemDuo left.
Okay, gotcha.
Really scratch the surface of a tube.
Gotcha. Like it.
Yeah, and see how quick that went? We did that all together.
Yeah, it really did go quickly.
And then the edge of this one, we'll have met our tail thread here at the base. From here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up 1 more druk bead and 1 more 11/0. We're exiting from an 11/0, so that's why we didn't need to do 3. We're just completing that little step. And from here, you'll go through the next, which is the last GemDuo, and continue through this one. And this is all illustrated for you, so you don't have to memorize it. But that'll complete that edge. So now you've got a complete edge there. And now it's clasp time. So head through the next 2 GemDuos just in their thread paths. You want to go through top hole of the next one, bottom hole of the one after that. And from here, you're going to need 3 11-0 seed beads.
And you could, like you showed, if you did only get one strand and you really only wanted to deal with that one strand, you could do the 4 millimeters offset, right? Like you're like before
yeah.
you go through and
Let me bring that one back over. Yes, you could totally do that and it would work.
Right. You could also come in on going the other way. You could try a 6/0 for a different look. Yeah, Baroque pearl.
Oh, a Baroque pearl would be so cool.
Yeah, just you wait, Danielle.
Oh, sorry.
That would be really neat.
Maybe. I may or may not be using Baroque pearls.
My bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm excited. That is going to be so neat.
We do. Miranda and I do share a brain, just in case people are wondering.
I just can't wait now. It's like I want to get the class so I can show you, or so you can show me.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so from here, you're going to want to just put on 3 11-0 and go through your GemDuos. So just the top GemDuos here. That one and that one. Also, there's more than one way to do this. If you don't like this way, you can try some other stuff too. So just something that I thought looked cool. You'll need 3 more. We're just going to go through. So don't go through the 11-0 this time. We've been doing that but for this one, just go through the GemDuo, skipping that 11-0. We just want to match what we did on the other side. So you should have something that looks like that.
Gotcha.
And then you can just travel over all those little beads. And through the GemDuo. And then again, on this side, you're going to want to go through just the 3 seed beads. There we go. Got through 2. And there's 1. All right. And so for your clasp, you're going to need that now. You're going to want to put your other side of the clasp with the, for example, I have the domed side of that with the domed side on this end. So on this end, I want to put the side with the magnet face up.
Mm-hmm.
So just like that. And we're going to need 2 11-0 seed beads and then go through the clasp. And then 2 more. And go through the 3 seed beads on this side. So it'll look like that. And so that's pretty much it. So the only thing I have left to do is just reinforce. Just go through, just kind of copy everything you've got going there.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You really engineer these really well. I mean, it looks kind of complex and stuff, but in reality, it's pretty straightforward. And this herringbone, I love that we can translate it to some different, to the different beads, to the super duos as well.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that. I haven't tried it with I used to make them with no beads on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never tried it with the embellishment. So I'm really excited to try that. But yeah, so all I have left to do is go through it just one more and then just trim. You can also use your tail to tie off. Since we've got a tail here, if you were running short of thread, you could have your tail do some of this reinforcing. Something. And it's all starting to get pretty tight. So I'm working here at the back. Here we go. Okay, there's 3 passes.
Very nice. And do you think this clasp would work with super duos? What do you reckon?
Oh, I could try it. I think because it tapers down to almost a fine point, it's very versatile.
Yeah.
I think it could be used with a lot of stuff. And even if you had to maybe just put a little, like another little seed bead in place.
Mm-hmm.
I did something a little different. I have the tail now with a needle on it. And then I'm just going to bring that one down through this bead to meet the working thread here.
Mm.
Here's a really good place to tie. So these threads are meeting each other here in between at the back. And this is just going to save me having to do a bunch of weaving in.
Right.
Because I'm lazy. That's the truth.
Well, I think also it really works to just tie off this fire line and thread burn it. You know,
Yeah, I think so too.
in my world, I find that really works.
And so now I'm just going to pull that knot into this GemDuo here. Just pulling it. And then you'll feel it slide into the bead, and then you can just tighten one more time. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah, and then just burn it.
Very nice.
There's one. And there it is.
Love, love, love.
Now I got two.
Those are great.
Thanks. Yeah, it was really fun. The other colorway is also very gorgeous. This was the first one I made, and it just kind of glows like it's a little candlelight.
Yeah, I really like that yellow in there, honestly. I really I like the looks of it. It isn't like a super bright, well, it is kind of a bright yellow, but I don't know. I agree. It has like a real glow to it. I really like it.
I was just smitten the moment I saw it. And
Yeah.
it's almost like, I can't remember which year it was, but one year there was a yellow and gray Pantone combo.
Oh, yeah, that was, well, with the pandemic, I have no time awareness, but I feel like it was maybe 2018.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
2019, maybe. I don't know. I really liked it though, because I did a mix for it, and I remember we were in the old office. Really nice.
Oh, I think I remember that mix. Yeah.
So you're going to show us how to do that gluing.
Yeah.
But let me show you. May I show you what I
Absolutely. I'm excited.
what I did here? Let me show you. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this.
Oh, there it is.
So what I love about this star, like little charm, is it feels kind of like, I don't know, like an award or like a medal. You know, I love that kind of look. So I thought first I was just going to put this on an ear wire, right? And just be like, you know what? Here we go. Just going to put it on that top and be done with it. But I thought, you know, why don't I do that stitch, the herringbone, and drop it off the bottom? So I did. I went straight for the Baroque pearls, and I used the Baroque pearls in that gold, and I used a gold seed bead, and then I used the gold colored finding, you can see. So
Goodness, look at that.
So that's what I did. And I think it's kind of fun. I'm going to put it on. But
Christmassy.
it does. It has kind of a holiday feel to it.
Oh, look how pretty the mixes that you made there.
Yeah. So let me show you. Here's the mix. Here is all 14 together. Look at how nice those are all together. So if you get one tube of each, this is about one tube of each. And yeah, let me zoom in a little bit more. Look at the colorways. Aren't those great? So in this earring, I used the blue. which was, I'll tell you that color, the electric blue. And then I think I used the chocolate mint is what I used.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty one. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. So this is about 1 tube of each color in this giant mix that I did here, because I had to take a photo. But I think it's kind of fun. And then I use my usual, that I can't get enough of, that topper, that I don't know.
I love it. I know the one. It's so cute.
Yeah, that one. I love it. I love it. So, and this is the 6/0 on the side, the 6/0 Baroque pearls. So it was really fun. Really fun. So will you show us, Danielle? I'm going to put all of your, look at all of your delicious bracelets there. Will you show us how you glue?
Yeah. So they're really, really easy. And just any combo colors. But I use a needle to place the GemDuo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was working with GS Hypo Cement.
Right.
And let me grab I'm just going to remove that little splotch there. It's got one of those little stucco thingies.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay. So let's do the silver. We'll do a matching one with this because I've got these colors out.
I put the Zap on the list. I actually used Zap for mine, but I think you could do both. And the GS might give you a little more working time, to be honest.
Oh, I like the Zap too. I think I have some of that floating around here.
Yeah. But I think you could use either. I don't think it makes any difference, to be honest. The
only downer with GS is you gotta try to get the pin back in. I used to go this so quick, and now it takes me for if I can't do it, don't worry, I'll just set it aside.
Well, no, I did the same thing.
And so once you've got your GemDuo, I think I'm going to use, since there's 5 colors, I'm going to just ombre it like I did for my design.
Yeah, so do it.
One of these. We'll make that one the top. So I just kind of use the needle as my placement tool.
Oh, that's really clever. I was using some tweezers, but that I think is even better because you've got your needle right there.
Tweezers would be good.
Ombre is gorge.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this looks cute. I'm loving this.
Yeah. And they do make a really quick earring for sure.
And you can even just pop that on an ear wire.
Yeah, look at that. Look at how pretty it is.
It dries so quickly too.
Yeah, those findings are so nice.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Yeah, I found Terry's asking a question, does the GS give it a little more cushion? You know, I'm going to go back to my to mine here real quick. I used the Zap here, and the Zap also has, you know, it's not it's viscous, I guess is the best way to say it. So it also has a little bit of a cushion to it. Let me zoom in. You can see that there. So what I did for mine, since it was a 5-pointer, I did the opposite. I did that, the dark with 3 and then the blue with 3. And then I'll do the same for the top. I'll put one of the chocolate matte in the top. So again, these earrings are sisters and not twins.
Oh, that's so pretty. The whole mat is just like gorgeous.
Yeah, it's fun. Look at I just love all of these. I like them. So get a tube of each, dump them all out, and make yourself a mix. Someone was saying that they would do that, just make the mix and then do the bracelet with the mix like this. Yeah. Just kind of random, right?
That makes me want to do the wider cuff version. Because this stitch that we did here, you could do 2 columns, 3 columns. you could make as many columns as you want, basically, and the side embellishment would work the same. The only tricky part is you'd be weaving through quite the row every time. But
Right.
still,
So you could do this with 3 rows.
Mhm.
You would just add on an extra bead when you're doing the herringbone. How does that?
yeah, so it would be, I originally, when I first was working with these, it was the first thing I did. I just noticed that it would rapidly consume beads, and I mean like rapidly.
Right, right.
But you would need to start it like this. And in order to do that, you would have to have like an 8-0 seed bead in the position.
Oh, I see. Right.
But you would just start
Okay.
it like, just like you're starting one of the super duo herringbones.
Right.
And you just get that going like that. And then you
Oh,
would,
I see.
yeah, it's going to consume massive amounts of GemDuo. And when you do that back trip, you'll have to weave through the whole row.
Right, right.
Think of to do it. There might be a better way. You might be able to make a turn on the GemDuo and then just take 2 trips, one with one strand, one with the other, leave a long tail. That actually is probably how I would write it up if I was going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but that is gorgeous. And yeah, Carolyn, the frosty colors, I think these are a good mix with the backlets, 100%.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I think I have a backlit sitting here. Look how cool these look together.
Yeah.
I felt like they were meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah. The backlets are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at how pretty they look in that finding.
They look amazing in this finding. It's just the coolest little.
Yeah, I like it.
How neat. Yeah, I love that.
Really good.
So I just.
Yeah, I see. So you're just kind of, you would just add those. So it would be a whole other, well, it wouldn't be a quad, but you'd be adding 2 to the middle of that quad.
Yeah. So the
Right.
stitch would be exactly the same. It's just only on that first row. When you
Mhm.
start it, you're going to need something to space each of these 2 out right here to fill that little gap. And so I think an 8-0 seed bead right there would be the jam, but you could even do the druk and then use that as a way to pop out and do a clasp. I don't know, just
do the clasp. Yeah.
but it's certainly possible. And I've definitely seen herringbone with GemDuo before it like this, and they do those stripe patterns,
Right. Very nice. Kind of like we do that Pathways cuff.
Oh yeah, exactly like Pathways.
Yeah. Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, really nice. Oh, I love it. Yeah, let's put all those out one more time so we can see them.
I think I would put, I don't know. I was looking at different colors that were for the stars. Like this one looks cool with that. That's this color. That would be cool. I put an opaque in there just to see what an opaque would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Opaques look awesome too. They make it look enameled.
Right. And there's so many colors, it feels like, to choose from. I'm really excited that we got all of these in the frozen finish. Hopefully this finish in the frozen, they're going to be doing some other bead shapes in it, I think.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, is what we're kind of hearing, but we haven't really gotten confirmation yet. But I do like them, and they really go nicely with those backlets for sure.
Love that. Yeah, I hope they do. I'd love to get the ginkgos and the super duos in that color.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I really like that ginkgo bead. I know that we're playing around with maybe adding a new shape, so you never know.
Yay! That would be awesome.
Right. Well, that looks really, really nice. Janice is saying that ginkgos and super duos is her hunch with these colors. So yeah, I agree. Those look great. And they really make up a quick gift. Gift giving season is upon us.
Yeah, it is.
So this will be a really nice, fast, gift to make up. I'm putting this side on. I'm going to show you what I've got going on here so you can kind of see what I did. I took a leaf out of Danielle's book to do the top. Let me get this. Hang on. Let me get a little tighter in here. So what I did here to add the top of this, I added it kind of like you did the clasp, Danielle. But what I did here was I just added seed beads across the top, and I added 3. So see here, 1,
Oh yeah, that's
2,
perfect.
and 3. And then I was able to come in and add a jump ring later to attach this top. So then I'll just do like you did. I put those 3, and then I came back in and wove down like you showed us. So if this is here, right, so those 3 will be my little topper. And then I'll come in, and like you said, we needed that 111, and then in your case the druk, in my case the baroque, and then you use the one from the former segment and weave back down.
So pretty.
And then at the bottom, all I did was I did the 3. I came around, and then I added the bottom one so I'd have a space to put that jump ring, and just attached it with the jump ring. So they're jump rings at the ends instead of the clasp.
Oh, that's so cool. I love the way you created those colors. It makes it look like a leaf.
Yeah, it does kind of have a leaf feel. And I just did them kind of in the reverse. I just wanted to use 2 colors, but the ombre would look amazing too with this. Really pretty. All right. Well, let me.
That's such a happy minute.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the inspiration. It really is great. There we go. You can flip your camera when you're ready. Let me put you up there. Let me get this out of the way. So, yeah. So any other final tips, Danielle? I think we're in good shape with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just can't wait to see everyone's color choices when they put it together. I feel like somebody's going to take your mix and go crazy with that and do something amazing.
I hope so. I love it. I love all of those together. And don't forget, folks, right above us, there is that QR code. You can scan it. It'll take you right next to, or right to Danielle's project over on beadshop.com. And you can find everything you need, plus her handout, which is free. And that handout is really great. It'll really walk you through it. No problem.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. So a couple of things I wanted to share. And so Danielle, I'll have you here with me while I share those things. A couple of things. On Friday, we have the Great Bead Destash coming up. It's all of us that are in the Great Bead Extravaganza. We thought we'd do kind of a run up to kind of the Black Friday or holiday shopping by doing a big destash. And everybody's, has a little peek into their studio. Some people are destashing. Some people are, I don't know, making mixes. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So it starts in the morning. I'll have it in the newsletter. Starts and goes out throughout the day. I'm going to be on Friday on my regular Friday broadcast time, which is 10:30 Pacific, 1:30 Eastern. And Janice and I have been, what do I want to say? Tossing stuff into the destash pile. So we have about 200 SKUs that are going in destash.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think at least 200. There might even be 300. I don't know. There are tons. So you'll see that over on Friday, the D Stash. Do not wait, because the deals for all of us are going to be amazing. That's happening. And two, I know that you love seeing Danielle. We have some uh, broadcasts lined up with Danielle. It's going to be fun. We also tomorrow are having a live with someone who I know you've missed. Emily is coming on with me, because you want to know why? Because Emily and I are announcing the Metals Retreat here in Fresno. It's going to go live at midnight tonight. Well, 12:01 tonight. Emily's coming on. I'm doing a special Thursday broadcast at 10:30, and Emily and I are going to show our projects. We'll show you what's going on for the metalsmithing retreat. So check it. Make sure to the dates are April 24th and 25th. It's a Friday and Saturday, 2026, right here in Clovis, California. All of the info will go live, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's happening.
What time is your live tomorrow? I missed it.
10:30, the usual live time, 10:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
and then we've got more stuff. We've got some fun stuff coming up with you, Danielle, that may or may not involve your monthly box,
Yep.
which is
I'm
exciting. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming for 2026. But mark your calendars and read your newsletters when they go out tonight. It'll have that info. Emily and I will be going live tomorrow to talk about the metals retreat. So yeah, poor Janice. She says, "Does anyone besides me need an oxygen mask?" I got you, Janice.
It's a lot of excitement.
I'm dragging you up Everest. Don't you worry. I've got you. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much, Danielle. This was really fun. It was really inspiring. I'm going to put my earring on.
Oh yeah, should do the same. Well, I put them on kidney wires just because I was lazy, but
Yeah.
oh, I already have earrings.
Yeah. Look at that. They're really fun, and they're not that heavy. Not at all.
Oh yeah, because
That's great.
GemDuos are pretty lightweight, and the finding doesn't add a lot either. So
Doesn't add a lot of weight. I really like it. So I'll add it to my single earring collection. You know, though I am finishing the second one, right, as we go. And Janice, we all share this. Danielle, happy birthday. You are so amazing, and we are so lucky to have you. So thank you so much for joining us today. We really, really appreciate it. Let me cover Danielle for just a second and say where now we've got so many assets on the back end. There it is. You can find us all over the web on our wonderful Facebook group, The Bead Table, over on Instagram. And I'll keep trying that Instagram streaming. We'll get it down. And of course, our Pinterest pages are full of a lot of really great inspiration. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button wherever you're watching us around the web on YouTube. We really appreciate our we're just like 10,000 away from 100,000. So let's get there. Let's do it. Because when we hit 100,000, I'm going to have a giant party. I am. And you don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? All over the web at beadshop.com. And if you have any questions, just shoot us an email over at info@beadshop.com. So that's that. Thank you again, Danielle, for everything. It's really good. And I'll add these earrings. I'll post these so you folks can see them. I'll do a little addendum for that.
so cool.
But thanks. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow with Emily to talk about the metals retreat. I'll see you Friday for the great bead D-stash. And then folks, do remember, next week I am off but I've got some pre-records for you. So don't worry. It'll be like I'm here, just I won't be live. That's it.
Cool. Awesome vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, gonna have a little vacay. All right. Thanks so much, Danielle. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.